welcome back. Thank you so much. Well, I was kind of like busy this January because I was doing something else. I was doing something. Everyone for was having a party in New York, New York, New York, New Year's. For later, I went to a meditation course for 10 days. Well, it was a 10-day meditation course. Later, I was kind of like organizing and doing a few things that I need to do. But for today, I will explain you a little bit about my second time in the meditation course. This one was a little bit different because my first time, I think it was more like a survival mode. Everyone is different, yes, but for me, the first time I felt like a survivor mode. For the second time, I felt a little bit like more secure. Like I felt, I knew, of course, I knew how it would be, and I prepared myself for it. I was doing I was meditating for hours, and it's always, I don't know why, for me personally, it's kind of hard to meditate very early. I fall asleep, and at night it was hard for me to sleep. I was on bed like around 9:20, sometimes 10 p.m. But it was hard because it was there. Yes, I was trying to sleep, but it was hard. I don't know why. I was sleeping around like 12, sometimes 1 a.m. and I was like, how? I want to meditate next day because sometimes the schedule is for 30 a.m. It's optional to that one, or you can meditate in your room. But for me, I wanted to go to the meditation hall with everyone. It's for everyone. But I knew it's like if I go there with only 3 hours sleeping, I will not feel well because I know I want to sleep. So I went, twice only. Only twice. But this time I took a notebook with me, so I will take notes of every day, and I will, even though if I have like a dream, if I have dreams, or if I have something very specific, I will like know, and I will remember it. And I will tell you about my notes. Okay, it's here. So of course you don't have to bring a book or something else, like something to read, but a notebook, so I will take notes inside. First, I was there on Wednesday evening. We had a very late dinner. Of course, it was I had to register. I have to put my things in my new place for a couple of days. So it was my first night there. I went to Delaware. I currently lived in New York, so I went to Delaware. The good thing about it's from New York to Delaware, you can take the train, or you can drive. It went driving. For my first night, I took notes after my meditating there in the meditation hall with everyone. I felt calm, but I was a little bit worried about my future and scared about it because it's something new about my future, and I don't know. I don't know exactly how. I know what I want, but I wasn't sure if I am like pushing me, like I really want to sometimes, but maybe it's not for me. So I was between that because I have, of course, my problems in my personal life. and then the schedule was I had part of the schedule in the morning, 4 a.m. and they're gonna do they're gonna ring the bell. It's very interesting. It's only and it's at 4 a.m. the next day. At 4 a.m. it was the first day. 4 a.m. to wake you up for 15 to start going to the meditation hall, because everyone needs to be there at 4:45. I forgot exactly. I forgot, sorry. I know it was 4:30, the second bell, the second time to everyone go to the meditation hall. It was optional, or you could meditate in your room. It was optional. From 4:45 it was to 6:30 a.m. Of course, you can leave if you want between that time. 6:30 a.m. It's the breakfast time, so then we'll go to breakfast 6:30 a.m. till 7:13 a.m. From that time to 8 a.m. we have the meditation hall with everyone, 8 a.m. till 9 a.m. From there, the assistant teacher will tell you to meditate there, or you could go to your room. She will tell you, or you can go to a different place. It depends. It depends. Sometimes it's like if you're an old student, you can stay here and meditate, or if you're a new student, you can stay here. But if you want to stay, you can stay, or you can go to meditate in your room. But if you're an older student, yeah, what's like that. But I will give you details. At 11 till 11:45 lunchtime, it was hard for me. It's always hard because it's only vegetarian, and it's good because but for me it was kind of hard because I love meat. So it was part of it, so it was good. From there, 12 to 1 p.m. If you have any questions, you can talk with the assistant teacher about your meditation, blah blah questions. And I forgot to say it, but of course it's a silent meditation, so you are not allowed to talk with anybody. Yes, you will see them, but you are not allowed to talk with them. Sometimes you could make small mistakes, like walking to sorry, but it's just you will learn over. If you're new, it's just over the time you will learn it. From 1 to 2:30 p.m. it was the meditation. You could meditate in the meditation hall with everyone, or you could go to your room to meditate. It was this is the schedule for the 10-day meditation course. So yes, for it's the first day. From 2:30 p.m. till 3:30 p.m. It was in the meditation hall, mandatory for everyone because there will be the teacher. So because she was there, you have to meditate with everyone. 3:30 p.m. till 5 p.m. It would be with instructions. There, it would be optional. It would be her decision and your decision as well. And the place, now it was kind of small, and it was here girls, men. You can see them, but it was you were not next to them. It was something like a separation, but there was the men's instruction, females instruction, so instructor. So you can see them, and next to them was like people who were volunteering, people who were assistant as well, like helping you if you need something else, if you have a question or something like They was to 3:30 to 5 p.m. meditation, 5 p.m. till 5:30 p.m. It was the tea time, so you were only allowed to eat fruit or with or tea. 6 p.m. till 7 p.m. it was the meditation hall, mandatory with everyone. 7 p.m. till 8:15 p.m. it was you will have like a small like bit before that 5-10 minutes, you know, to drink waters or go to the bathroom. We will watch a video of Goenka explaining about the first day. 8:15 to 9 p.m. and it was another meditation with the instructor, with everyone. From there, you will go to your residential and you will go to sleep, and of course you can take a shower or something like that. This time I went in the winter. I mean, it was snowing, and sometimes it was cold. It was cold to walk around it because of course it was snowing, and sometimes I was playing there, but it was very nice. In this and the first day, this is the schedule. For the next day it was the same for the 10 day, but for the next day all the students were allowed to use the pagoda. The pagoda, it's another quiet space with small rooms, and you can meditate there. It's kind of like it's very dark, and it's very nice. And this was my first day. Oh, I forgot to mention, for the first day as well, I mean, I went to the 4:30 a.m. to meditate, and I mean, I am a person who normally don't hear voices in my head. Like, I mean, I hear, yes, I hear. I mean, normally I think like with letters, but it was my first time that I heard voices, and it was not nice. Why? Because I heard voices saying to me things with F, B, M. I don't want to say it because those are bad words. So of course I felt really bad, and for a moment I thought I was crying. I thought I was crazy. I wanted to cry, but I mean it was part of it. Maybe because I heard, and I mean I know for sure it's because I heard around it, and unconsciously of course who wants to remember that? No one wants to remember that. So, but your mind is very powerful, that kept those words inside of you, inside of your mind, inside somewhere. But at the moment you were meditating, you were just breathing, they came back. It was very interesting. For the second day, the first day, before the first day, the day I came there, I called my mom, my dad, to let them know I was going to be in the meditation course, and that they are not going to be able to call them. So I knew they were going to the doctor the next day, so of course I will not be able to use my phone. So I told them, I mean, I know everything is going to be okay, so if you need to call me, I need to know, I mean, I want to know, and if it's something good or something bad, I will know after the 10th day. They were okay. But for that second day, I had a dream, like a bad dream about my parents, and in other dreams as well. And even though I was not thinking about it, I was more concentrated about my present. I was trying to be present about my breathing. I had a dream about them, and of course I told the assistant teacher if it was okay for me, if it's possible, for me to call my parents to know how they are doing. She said yes, so I called my brother for a few minutes and asked him how are my parents and all of that. How they are, and he said okay, they are okay, and yes, they need a surgery. It's nothing. I mean, my dad needs a surgery, not my mom, but it's nothing dangerous. It's something small, so I was okay with it. I mean, I was in peace, and I was okay. It's okay. I was better. For that, it wasn't January, so this was on Saturday 17th. We could say this was the third day. I had a normal day, wasn't something crazy. So it was, I mean, I had before that day, I think it was more better. For the fourth day, I have a very interesting dream. I have a dream with adults. Like, I was in a house, in a big nice house, and I was going to present something like that. I was with someone was next to me, like I think he was helping me with the things that I need to say and all of that. Maybe he was my coworker or something like that. And later my kids came, like 3 young adults. They were very handsome, and I felt proud. I felt like, oh wow, that's so nice. Because I told them, oh, my son, and I was like, wow, it's so nice. And without even thinking about it, the next day I felt I was like remembering, especially the first one, because I was like, he looks like someone I'm somewhat. So I saw the face of my first son in my dreams. It was my grandfather's face, so it was very interesting. They came with their kids, and they have like a girl. The second letter one had a girl, and they have small babies. They have like 3 babies, and it's like, oh no. It looks great. I forgot exactly how to say it, but when you have 3, not for 2 are twins, but for 3, I forgot, 3 something like that. I forgot, but they have 3, and it was very like, oh, interesting. And it was girl boys. It was very nice. And later, of course, everyone was there. He was getting the seat, and then there was a mirror. I saw myself in the mirror, and of course I was like, oh, Belen, you're not young anymore. It's like, oh, your face, your body, it's not the same. But I was proud of myself because I knew I have a big family, and I'm going to present something. I knew it was something important for me. But in that moment, I woke up. So I don't know about what. I don't know if those are really my future kids. But it was a very nice dream. It was very nice. And of course, I was increasing my meditation. It's very interesting because now I don't really have dreams. Even though when I was there meditating, my dreams were clear. The next day I was remembering kind of like everything of my dreams. But not before the meditation course, I was forgetting. Yes, I remember a little bit. Even though now I don't have any dreams anymore. Like, they was only during those time, during my meditation course. For the 5th day, of course I was doing my meditation. I was trying to be concentrated, but I had a dream. It was a very beautiful dream. Even though now remembering, I feel like it's something very special to say because I had a memory of my childhood. It's not a sad childhood. It was very beautiful because I grew up in Bolivia. I went to school in Bolivia and all of that. And first, my school was very poor in my childhood, and it was very dangerous back then. But it was very, those kids, I knew it was around, I never realized, the situation. Many of those kids, they were coming to school without eating, with old books, like things, if you have a new book, normally you have to fill it out with your like letters, with your own words, if you're learning about something like for math. But many of them, they already had books from their brothers or from someone else, because it was expensive to buy a new book. And I remember all of that, and I was like, it was sad around it, but I was happy because I was with my family. Yes, there were small things there, but I don't know how, but I felt like it was part of me. And going back to my house with my mom, I was helping her cooking, with music from our city. It was very beautiful. Or sometimes I wanted to work more, but I was working since I was a child in a store, and it was very beautiful because I was like, okay, if I work today more, my mom will know, and she will say, okay, Belém, I am going to cook for you tonight, because I was the child who likes to eat at night. But because normally our dinner was tea with bread, but for me, I always wanted to eat food. So for my mom, I was like, no, or sometimes just fries, something kind of small. But sometimes maybe if it's like for a different situation, sometimes it's complicated. But I was very happy. I always wanted, and thanks for my parents. They were always trying their best, and my dad, he was always trying to work hard to give me and my brothers food, education, clothes. It was very beautiful. Those moments were beautiful for me, and I felt blessed because they were there for me. They were there, and it was a very beautiful dream. And yeah, I had that memory. For the 6th day, during my meditation course, I realized I need more from God. Not like I think before in my childhood I was always close to God. I felt that. I knew it because sometimes it's my personal opinion. I think every time when I was more close to God, like praying, saying, God, please, we need to do this, or talking with Him like your friend, making Him present in your life, like something small. When you are a child, you don't really have big problems. So I felt like we had small situations, and even when you are in a third world country, it's not easy. I don't want to give you details, but of course there were bad things around, but but I was always talking with God, and I knew He was protecting me. But over the years growing up, moving from my home country to the US, here I felt like disconnection because of me, because I put myself like with my friends, I put myself like going here, going there, like oh I am going to sleep more, things like that, and I felt that I need a connection with God again. I need to put myself again. Yes, I pray, but my prayers were like, because it's things that I do. Yeah, of course I know how to pray to sleep before sleeping. Yes, and I would say yeah, I will do a normal prayer, but if it's not coming because I really want to have a connection, I know it means nothing. So I felt like I need to improve in that. And for that day, after the discourse for Cuenca, I remember something that kept with me. Awareness of your actions, awareness of your present. So I need to be present with my actions, things that I am doing. It's very important. I need to keep that in my mind. On the 8th day, I had memories of fights that I had in my personal life, things that made me feel sad, but I was concentrating more on my meditation, and I was like, I need to let it go because there are more things to do. On that day, we had then we knew the next day on Sunday there will be snow on the January 25th. It's going to be snowing a lot everywhere, so we had to end the course one day before. So we watched 2 discourses in one day. So we after like 3 p.m. exactly, we were able to talk, like we were able to talk with everyone, to meet everyone, they let us use our phones for a few minutes if you need to, if someone's going to pick you up or something like that. So it was not really something like it was different because of the snow. So I was coming back on the train. The good thing about it is like I was capable to go on by train, because I know it could be hard if you need to fly or something like that the next day. But it was something I felt this time. It was something different. I felt it was different. I felt it was meaningful for me, and things that I want to improve and the first thing I realized, of course, is I want to put God first in my life. It's very important for me, so I'm doing small things to have that connection again. I am trying to call my parents more often because they're special, and they are adults. I mean I am an adult. They never been in this life before. It's their first time. So I really want them. I am trying to call them more often. Of course, I want to improve many things in my personal life, and I want to do better. Of course, I want to work out a lot. I want to do it because I want to feel better. I want to feel strong. I want to meditate. I am meditating now every day for 1 hour. It's after the meditation course they will recommend you to meditate for 2 hours. But for me personally, I know myself, so I need 1 hour. I can try to do it 1 hour, maybe next year 2 hours, but for now 1 hour would be good. There are small things that I'm going to change but if you are curious to know about it, I think it would be great to you to try it, to learn something new. Especially, it's nothing, I mean, I like it, the meditation course, because it's like, I mean, I knew about meditation, but I never thought like, oh, I would, it's something that I want to do. It was just something I heard, and it's like, oh, okay, it's nothing related with me. I like it because it's not something if you believe in something, you don't need to change something else. Like, you only need to breathe. You only need to know a little bit more about yourself to control your mind, especially. That's it. Your emotions, all of that. It's nothing else. And even though it made me feel I need more from God, I've made me feel that I forgot about Him. So I think it's something very nice. And of course, I will recommend it. It would be hard. I was talking with a few people. The girl next to me, she said it was her first time, and she felt very good, and she felt like present, and she was going to try little by little, like during the day, to get connected again with her phone, with internet, with technology and all of that. But yes, I mean, it's for everyone, it's different. But for me, after of course I needed to call my parents, to call my friends, and of course to go to the train station and all of that. But I think it's very important, and of course, if you have any questions, let me know. And I will put the link of the place where I went. But I hope to know your experience, or if you start meditating. I'm not an expert, of course, but I know just my personal experience. And I hope you have a great day or a great night. See you for the next video. Bye.